the Satanic Temple, fighting to protect the separation of church and state. Now, the Satanic Temple is taking on religion in schools.
Number of congregations of the Satanic Temple more than doubling since 2021.
What we are witnessing is the rise of the Satanic Church. Yes, you heard me correctly. The rise of the Church of Satan. Even though I'm shocked to witness this during my lifetime, I'm not surprised it is happening. As Christians, most would say it is alarming and undeniable how Satanism has gained attention and momentum in today's day and age, especially considering its pervasive promotions across entertainment industries, the media, and even in governmental and educational institutions. Its infiltration into everyday spaces like Target further highlights its growing influence. In the face of such developments, it's crucial for individuals to remain vigilant and discerning, recognizing the spiritual battle at hand. The rise of the Church of Satan serves as a good reminder of the ongoing struggle between light and darkness, urging believers to stand firm in their faith and resist the allure of worldly influences. This recent clip from NBC News will shock you as to what the Satanic Church plans for public schools across all states. This is a reminder of the spiritual battles that permeate our world. Do stick around to find answers to these from the Bible. If you or someone you know has past ties to the occult or the Church of Satan, please tell us, is this something that we should be concerned about? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Now let's see the clip.
An unexpected but powerful group which says they're fighting to protect the separation of church and state. The Satanic Temple. We told you about them before on this show. Remember, they're battling a lot of conservative movements by fighting for what they say is their members' religious rights. One issue we've seen them gain some traction on is abortion. They've sued states over access to it, even launching what they call the first ever religious abortion clinic network. Now, the Satanic Temple's taking on religion in schools.
First of all, I have to say I have no hate towards any religion or any group of people, but I'm sad that they were deceived by the devil himself with his false promises. They do not understand that they are men and women made in the image of God. Some of you might disagree with me on this, but I agree with the Satanic Temple on the separation of church and state because the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution states that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, which has been interpreted to mean that government entities must not endorse or promote religion. Also, in Matthew 22:21, Jesus said, "Render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's." This suggests a balance between obeying earthly authorities and adhering to divine principles. This balance calls for Christians to respect government authority where it does not conflict with God's commandments, but to adhere first and foremost to biblical directives.
One issue it's gaining a lot of traction on, abortion.
Bodily autonomy.
After the overturn of Roe v. Wade, it named a telehealth abortion clinic after Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito's mom, and since sued several states to argue that abortion restrictions violate religious freedom for their members. And then when Arkansas installed a statue of the Ten Commandments outside its state capitol, the temple unveiled its own statue of the goat-headed figure, Baphomet.
Regarding the debate about pro-choice or pro-life, from a Christian perspective, the sanctity of life is a core value. The Bible clearly values human life, including that of the unborn. Psalm 139:13-16 expresses this belief vividly. "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that full well." As a Christian, I believe we should treat life as a creation of the divine, and it should be protected. Regarding the actions of the Satanic Temple, it is crucial to distinguish between the use of religious freedom to promote life and justice, and using it to advance actions that Christians believe go against God's commandments. The Bible calls for justice and the protection of the helpless, which, in the Christian view, includes unborn children. Proverbs 31:8-9 says, "Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and needy."
Now, the The Satanic Temple's taking on religion in schools, using new laws in several states to try and get Satanist ministers inside classrooms.
Tonight, the Satanic Temple wants to put its own ministers in public schools in both Florida and Oklahoma. It's a move in opposition to conservative lawmakers in those states voting to allow religious chaplains to serve in schools, essentially as counselors.
Chaplains have a very specific role.
13 other states have proposed similar bills this year. The demonic-sounding group using this debate to push back on certain Christian ideals and its increasing overlap on public life.
As Christians, it is essential to approach this situation thoughtfully, guided by biblical principles. First, it is important to recognize and respect the framework of religious freedom that allows such initiatives, whether or not one agrees with the beliefs being represented. 2 Corinthians 3:17 reminds us that where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. What does it mean? It means the idea of freedom, including the right to believe in religions we disagree with, is a God-given right. Therefore, anyone should be able to express their beliefs. However, the presence of any religious figures in public schools, whether Christian chaplains or satanic ministers, raises important questions about the separation of church and state. Romans 13:1 calls us to be subject to the governing authorities, which in the United States includes a commitment to this separation. This means ensuring that the state does not favor one religion over another, and that public schools remain spaces where all students can learn without pressure into religious beliefs. As Christians, we are also called to be salt and light in the world, as stated in Matthew 5:13-16. This means that while respecting the laws and the rights of others to their beliefs, Christians should also live out and share their faith in ways that are respectful and appropriate for diverse settings like public schools. We should also remember the guidance of Colossians 4:5-6. Be wise in the way you act toward outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity. Let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone. This means engaging in public discourse with gentleness and respect, as echoed in 1 Peter 3:15-16. It encourages us to provide reasoned responses to questions about our faith with a clear conscience and respectful manner. Even though as Christians we might find the actions of the Satanic Temple distressing or challenging, in these situations we should try our best to follow the path of Jesus Christ. We should demonstrate grace, love, and respect in all our interactions. This guidance should not only show us how to respond to challenges, but also how to live out our faith in a way that honors God and respects all individuals, regardless of their beliefs.
In its name, the temple doesn't worship Satan. Instead, describes itself as non-theistic and has become known for inserting itself into various culture wars as an opposition to hardcore Christian ideals. According to its website, the temple sees Satan as a symbol of eternal rebel in opposition to arbitrary authority and believes in reason, empathy, and the pursuit of knowledge. The temple sees strength in that awareness, in their mission, as they put it, to fight fire with fire.
As Christians, we view Satan as evil. 1 Peter 5:8 warns, "Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy the devil prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour." Therefore, the use of Satan as a symbol, even for positive attributes, can be deeply problematic and theologically offensive to many Christians. Christianity values reason, empathy, and the pursuit of knowledge, but places these within the context of faith in God. Philippians 4:8 asks us to think about whatever is true, noble, right, pure, lovely, admirable, excellent, or praiseworthy. However, we believe that true wisdom and knowledge come from God, as stated in Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Even though the Satanic Temple says, "Fight fire with fire," we should always remember Matthew 5:9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. We should only respond to opposition with truth, love, and peace, only peace. May God bless you.